What's going on, everybody? It is Purple Haze. For some reason, I feel like I did that wrong. Like I feel like I usually say something else when I introduce my show. Oh, I know what I say. What's going on, everybody? Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can see me. I'm like something feels off, but yeah, let me know if you can hear me. See me. I think I have. I didn't go in before I press go to do the um to make the delay less. So we may be like on a 30-second delay, unfortunately. So I apologize on that. Hopefully it's only 15, but we'll know here soon enough. But until then, let's say what's up to Rouster Obi Rose. After what up, Obi? How are you, man? Obi, how are you? I know you came by the other day. We didn't really get to talk, but yeah, Obi, how are you doing? How is raising the kid doing? What's going on, man? Wit, how are you? Yo, Wit, I know we got some time to talk tomorrow, Wit. More to come on that because there's stuff in my world happening too. Rouster AV is good. AV is good. Thank you. Thank you. I made it on time for one. Severin, no worries. Severin, that's always going to be like a summation once I start doing the videos again. Like for some reason, my voice is still like recovering and I'm still recovering. So, but the videos, like I said, most likely will be like derivatives of like the live stream. Family Cloud Gaming, streaming Assassin's Creed Shadows Day One. Am I going to be streaming Assassin's Creed Shadows Day One? I don't know if I'm going to. What do you mean by streaming? Like putting on video, or do you mean like cloud streaming? Because you got cloud there. Like, what streaming do you mean? Am I going to be doing some Ubisoft Plus with Luna? Is that what you mean? Or am I going to be streaming it on the channel, channel? After Monster Hunter Wilds comes out tomorrow, I might be busy for a while though. Hey, no problem. If you're loving it, you know who I thought it already came out. What's Cowboy playing? What is Cowboy playing? I thought he already came out. What's up, Simpleton? Sep, sometime. Oh no, of course. Got kids. Severin. You came by, man. It's all that matters. You came by. I told you, no, y'all are busy. I feel privileged. And just for everybody, we were going to have an interview today. However, emergency life happened. And so please keep 5.0 Trade Gaming or Murder Man or Ellis, however you like. Keep him, his and his family in your thoughts. Definitely going through a lot on that side. And so we may have them next week. And there's a couple of other people who tangentially, I know, some of them are from Lens of Truth. Remember the artist, Lens of Truth. There's some people from his channel. And let me see. My audio's a little out of sync. What's going on? Can y'all hear me now? No audio? I don't know what I can do for this. I don't know what I can do. Oh, wait. No, I don't know what I can do. I was like, oh, maybe I can do. No, I can't do that. Let me see that. Let me see this. Maybe that'll work. I hope if they're doing all right. Well, hopefully. Hey, bobblehead Billy. Bobblehead in the house. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? So we're just going to be talking some news. We're also going to be showing. So March, I was looking at the calendar. March has 20%, also known as has four of my top 20 games releasing in March. And so we're going to look at all of those. We're also going to give some updates, but that's crazy. Three of the top 10 are in March. So I think March wins for game releases that I'm looking forward to. Also, I have some news to give you all about competition we're going to be doing. I know a competition. What type of competition, you may ask? We're going to have a little bit about that. It's just out of sync. It's fixed now. Audio sounds fine. Okay. All right. I tried to fix it. But yeah, we have a little competition going on. I'll be posting details later tonight in the Discord, but you don't have to be in Discord. I'll show you more of that. We're also going to be talking a little bit about some of the games news this week that I thought was really interesting. Some of it kind of sad. I think I think, yeah, a couple of stories are a little bit upsetting, for sure. So we're gonna talk a little bit about that. I'll be asking couple of I'll ask a few I'll be I'll ask a few questions because I'm really stumped. I'm really stumped on this industry. And I think it's a bigger phenom, not just in the industry. But with that said, I do want to showcase, one of, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do like several of these videos throughout the day, and here's the first one. So we're going to start from like the lowest on my list. Not to say it's the worst game. It's just lowest on my list. The lowest on my list to the highest on my list for games releasing in March. So this is a game. Not a lot of people have been talking about this one. But when they showed it at the Game Awards, everyone was like, "Oh my goodness!" So it did make my top 20. I think it was towards the bottom quartile, but it did make my top 20. It's releasing this month coming up, and I'm super excited. So without further ado, we'll do this. I'll talk about a story. We'll do another one. I'll talk about a story. We'll do another one. Talk about a story. Do another one. We'll go from there. How about that? All right. So here we go. All right. Here we go.
Kazan! So you survived after all, I see. That's disappointing.
So that's Kazan the first berserker. So yeah, you definitely got several. Of course, you got it. You're in the games industry. You would definitely you're like Joe. Y'all get these like off the top of your head. But yeah, that's Kazan the first berserker. So I'm mixed on this one. Obviously, it's in my top 20. Other games did not make my top 20. Quite a bit of games did not make my top 20. And I'm mixed a little bit about this one, right? So it's yeah, I think y'all see there it's hack and slash. So I'm curious, is it gonna have, Rudix was the first one to really bring this to my attention. The hack and slash where the parry is really big. Then there's the hack and slash, which is like traditional hack and slash. Obviously it says like the first berserker, so you could use your berserker. So that kind of reminds me of um what is the game? Darksiders, when you can go into, especially Darksiders 2, when you can kind of go in your other form. I think that also is in Darksiders 3 where you have that your death form or your um I forget what they call it, your horseman, horsewoman form. So it looks interesting. I'm curious what the story is. I don't know anything about it. Like, so I don't know if it's based upon an anime or not. The art style makes for some reason when I see it, I feel anime vibes in it. That could just be me. Again, I'm not an anime person, but it is there. It's hack and slash. I like hack and slash. A lot of action. Seem like it's gonna have a decent story. They've kind of kept it quiet for a little while. You see the demos available, so I know some of y'all have already started playing it, but it's kind of there, right? So that's coming out in March. We only have one more day in March, so that is one of the ones in my list, at least, that's coming out pretty soon. And so yeah, let me know if y'all are looking good on that. And what's going on, Crow? Does Crow play? Does Crow play Orcs Must Die? Look at roster recruiting new orc assassins. I'm contracted to do certain points of the industry. I'm a contracted coder, not a part of an actual developer. Oh my god. Splitting hairs here, Severin. Splitting hair. I played the old one and really liked it, but don't have the new version. Oh my goodness, we need to Crow the new version. Um, you are more on the business financial side of things, which I know nothing about. It's all the same. We're all. I used to. I used to. I like. I've made it. I don't really do too much anymore on that side of things. But I still know a lot of people, and I still get access to a lot of data. So yeah, but and we're going to talk a little bit about that. So the first thing that I do want to talk about, and it's going to be kind of a sour note. I know some people in chat are being impacted by this, something similar, but we've talked about this, and and I just want to say, like, for everybody who continues to say, like, yo, industry is doing just fine. You know, you all heard last week Cowboy kind of coming on in his cowboy persona and just saying, like, Purple, put your head in the sand, blah, blah, blah. And I hear this from a couple of different media sources, other content creators. But for me, I really, really feel like we're at a pivotal point in the industry. And of course, many of you already know. So shout out to Jeff Janak. He sent this to me. I kind of had got a ping about it. But yeah, Warner Brother closes Monolith production of Multiverses Studio Council's Wonder Woman game. Now, yes, so that is Warner Brothers. You know, Warner Brothers is a pretty big publisher. The company for sure is pretty big. I'm not going to say Warner Brothers is like ABK or anything like that. But when it comes to publishers and studios, this was a significant blow. Lots of layoffs here, you know, and it just continues to add. Like, you know, there was a lot of people who were saying that last year was going to be the final. Like they're like, oh, it's it's about to get better. It's about to get better. And one thing that I want to note is I feel that a lot of the analysts are hoping it gets better, right? And are showing like, oh, look, the industry's gonna grow by this XYZ amount or something to that effect. I actually am not as optimistic whatsoever. I feel like you know, obviously I talk about the gaming industry, but I could probably talk a lot about other industries as well, which is that there is a serious point, like regardless of fiscal and monetary policy going on right now, um, there is a lot of uncertainty in the industry and in the economy. And so in my opinion, you have more people being laid off in the industry. You have more projects being delayed. We're going to be talking about that here in a second. And in the answer, and we had Joe on here earlier last month who was talking, you know, he came on. If y'all don't know, it's just Joe is an indie game developer in the community. And he kind of had his solution was, you know, the indies. The indies will come and save the gaming industry. And the more I think about it, the more I think I'm not too sure about that. And the reason why I'm not too sure about that is because let's think about an indie game, right? Not like your big indie, like Baldur's Gate or like one of these huge independent, like CD Project Red. Like those are independent developers, by the way, but they're huge. They're massive. But like your traditional indie, when we think about indie, and how does an indie fund a game? Like if you think about it, we've interviewed a couple of indie developers here, not just Joe, but also Michelle and Kyle from Luminosity Games, a few others as well. And and when you build an indie game, one of three things have to be true, if not a few of these things have to be true, right? And that is like you either are going to get your money from venture capital, right? So a lot of rich people who sit around who are going to give you money. You're either going to have your own money, right? So you already have a lot of money saved up, or maybe not a lot of money, you're going to bootstrap it, but you have some money saved up. So, right? So either you have rich people funding your game, or you have a little bit of like money saved around. I'm not going to say you're rich or wealthy. Maybe you just like set some money aside, or you're going to have to work another job, and then on your side time, your project, your side project is going to be about funding the game. Obviously, there's like crowdsourcing and so forth, and so let's throw that in. Like one of those four have to be true, right? And that's a really hard position to be in if you think about it, right? If you really think about how much it costs to build a game, we are asking indie developers to stretch themselves quite a bit to build a game. And I think like the thing about indie developers is I look at it like broader in the economy. You have people who are having to work like two jobs, the other people are the ones who have like some nest egg or cushion, financial cushion, or some other group has like some like connections to wealthy people, right? Like that is what we're saying is going to save the industry. I just don't think that's sustainable personally. Yep, they do have a few means. I laid out four of them. Come to game. There's a platform that seems like a Metro. I saw an Xbox. You can show that look cool. They do, but it's becoming harder to get that funding. I was just looking at a chart that showed that venture capital is not even it's dried up, right? It's been dried up since 2023. So 2023, 2024, and 2025, all the same. And so every single time we have one of these games that does not do as well, or every single time we have some negativity in the industry, guess what? Venture capital are not right there to fund games. A matter of fact, venture capital are kind of overly exposed to the AI scene at the moment. They're not really about games. And I continue to say, like, what we're seeing with the games industry now, with the games that are being released, a lot of these games were funded in 2018, even pitched in 2017, maybe funded in 2020, potentially even 2021. But we're also seeing is a lot of projects that were funded around that time are starting to get canceled. And so that's why, again, this Warner Brothers Studios is just another reminder to me that we are really close to an industry that maybe we're already there, right? Where you only have a few winners, a few games that are doing really, really well, and everything else is losing money. And so, what happens when things lose money? You stop doing it. That's what happens. Um, and I think it's good that we have like right. I have four of my top 20 games coming out in March. So obviously, it's like purple. Just enjoy those games that are coming out and let what happens happens. And I hear that, but I also can't help but think like that's a little Pollyanna-ish, right? It's a little like, oh, everything's gonna be okay. Let me not look at the buildings burning. And I think if you caught my, members only stream from last Friday, you would have caught a little bit of like why I think the industry isn't gonna self-correct, right? Um, I think there's actually gonna be more layoffs. And the reason because I personally believe more people are worried about don't necessarily have the means to spend on items, leisure or luxury, whatever you want to call it, gaming. So if they have less people spending money, and you have games costing more, and you have more games just flooding the market, right? Like if you think about it, a lot of great games are all trying to push in right now. That means some of those people are just not going to buy them because, like, even though it might be a good game, they're going to spend their money on a great game. And even the people who spend money on a great game, there's less of those people even spending money just because they're worried. Like, there is a lot of turmoil going on. Like, what's going on? The layoffs in the gaming industry is happening throughout, happening in the tech industry, happening in the financial industry, happening in the retail industry, happening in the leisure industry, the tourist industry, construction. Like, it's all related. And so, yeah, I don't see anything that tells me things are gonna change, and I guess Johnny Roadkill, what's going on, Johnny? Y'all, if y'all have not checked out Johnny Roadkill, he was doing a game stream of Zelda Twilight Princess. Don't many people get laid off. Yes, too many people are getting laid off. Lots of people are getting laid off. Too many people want a slice of the pie and not enough of the pie to go around. I agree with that one too. I agree with that one too. I agree with that one too. And then when you add in the fact that most people are playing older games, like, right? Some people are going to win. If your name is Riot, you're gonna win. If your name's Epic, you're gonna win. People are playing Fortnite, spending tons of money on Fortnite. That means, like, if they're playing that for free, why are they gonna start spending, like, even if it's a $50 game? Why are they gonna do that? I don't know. I didn't make the rules, but I can see it. And again, like right now, Warner Brothers, if y'all did not know, Mortal Kombat, I believe, is published by Warner Brothers. And this was not a studio that Mortal Kombat was not impacted. I think you see in the headline there the games like Multiverse, that was like that fighting game, Wonder Woman, a couple other games were impacted. But that's just like the ones that are making the most noise. You know what I mean? We just saw not too long ago Ubisoft. We saw EA. Um, as some of these games get released on the bigger platforms like Xbox, we normally see size down or drawing downs of companies once they get released. So yeah, I don't think this is going to stop, unfortunately. I think if anything, it's going to speed up. I think some of the bigger players are going to be able to survive a little bit, but it's going to come at the cost of a lot of those mid players. And anytime you need a healthy ecosystem, of course, you need the big players, you need the middle players, and you need the smaller players. And I've just tried to explain why the middle players are now getting hurt. I would put Warner Brothers in their studios in that category. But I also see the indies, like how that one's getting decimated. Like, we're having people who you think they want to stay in an industry that some of these people have been laid off 3 times in the last year and a half. I mean, that's tough. That is tough. And I don't want to be remiss. There's people in our chat who have been impacted by layoffs. This is like, again, I don't see what's going to change. Like, at the end of the day, you need more people playing and spending money. And I just don't see that. Like, I see a few games winning, a few companies winning, and an ecosystem that's not healthy. I guess that's the best way I can explain it. It makes sense why Xbox wanted all their IP under that belt. Well, yeah, PlayStation too. PlayStation has a lot of IP too. Nady has laid off the entire Seattle team. Seattle, man, which I don't understand. They own Marvel Rivals and they've been doing great with player base. Some people would say, Johnny Roadkill, some people would say it has something to do with tariffs, which maybe in a way. I'm not quite sure how that one plays out. Um, I just think it's they're trying to cut costs. That's the name of the game. Cut costs right now. The gaming and that's the gaming industry isn't growing. We said this many times on the show. So when you're not growing, you got to cut costs. And unfortunately, you're going to see more of this. Right? That's it. And this is why I am not necessarily critical of games. Like, there was a point like last year where I kind of got critical with a couple of games. I'm not anymore. I may say like, hey, why I don't like a game, but I'm not going to tell people not to go buy a game because we need people buying games, trying games out. Maybe it's not for me, but it could be for you. Maybe it's not for you, it could be for me. And that's how we have to go about it. Right? Like, and that's why I'm pushing back. I think y'all have seen this, pushing back against certain narratives. about certain games. And we're gonna get to one of those narratives here in a second. So that's my first segment of the show. Hey, David Wilson, what's going on? The marketplace is sustained by supply and demand. And if there's no demand, guess what? That hurts too. The real question is, when are you going to finish? Rudik, stop it, stop it, stop it. You see, that's good for gamers. Is it, Crow? You think it's more competitive? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think you have a couple of winners. That's my point. I don't think it's competitive. I don't think it's competitive. You have every new game is going for like such a slither of the like. I guess it's competitive in the fact that games are now competing against older games. But I don't think it's getting competitive in the fact that you're starting to see just certain games just dominate and their pricing models just dominate. And unless you have some massive like the uptick in the speed in which you have to have a game be successful now, it's just like ridiculous. Like so many of these incumbents have had years, if not decades, to get their IP where they are. And so a newer player, the barriers to entry, that's the word I want to use. The barriers to entry are so high. And I don't know, like if the barrier to entry is so high, does that mean the market's more competitive? Or does that mean the incumbents just have such a competitive advantage that new entrants or new player and even more sustainable players just can't compete? Does that make it more competitive? I think that's a philosophical question, no? Where you were seeing that the game industry is dying. From what I've seen, the game industry is set up to grow by 4. You're talking increasing number of gamers or games? Crow, 4.6% is what it tell Crow. Okay, so tell me in the last 3 years, the gaming industry was supposed to grow in 2023 and 2024. And when we talk about real dollar amount, all right, actual to include inflation, the game industry is actually declining. See, that's what no one tells you. Like 4.6% on a revised number of a gaming industry that shrunk last year. So when I say the game industry is shrinking, it's flatlining. That's what I'm saying. Dying is maybe hyperbolic, but not healthy is definitely for sure. And again, you're seeing all the games being released now were all funded at a different time. And if we look at the funding now for games, private and public funding for games now, it is down. Again, the tail for production of a game is multiple years. So really what you're looking at now is the healthiness of the gaming industry 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago, depending on the game. Starting this year towards next year, you're going to start to see that decline. You're going to start to see those closed projects. That's what I say. That's what I'm saying. More like a Grand Theft Auto 6 being a perfect example. I don't know what people see it anymore, but it's given way too much power. I think so. I mean, you could there's numerous. There's some winners. But there's definitely many losers. I don't think that's the thing. The margins the mobile industry is a great example of this. The gaming industry has been the mobile industry has been the driver of growth in gaming. I think that's a fair statement to say. With the exception of PC gaming in China, the mobile gaming industry, the growth we've seen is why the gaming industry grew. Right now in mobile, we're seeing acquisition costs for players rise because of the things Apple and Google Android did to where you can't track people across apps. So acquisition costs went up. The cost of building a game went up. Okay. Less people are paying for games, right? Less people are playing. Playing time has went down across the board. And that's a simple reason, right? Pandemic, everybody's at home, everybody can game. You now have a situation where less people are at home, just naturally less people are gaming. Less people at home, less people gaming, less people spending money to game. And on top of that, you have a situation and where you're having employment being hit. The only thing I'm saying right now is the industry is in for a major correction. It's not healthy. Maybe that's the natural course, y'all would say. But that's where I'm coming at. Hey, Lion, what's going on? There's so many. I'm lying. That's not my thing, though. I already said what you're seeing now is not. It's not like I don't know how to explain it. There are so many games now because there was a time there was a time where there was no alternative investment. The biggest thing was gaming. Let me One of the richest companies in the world, Meta. Why did Meta change its name from Facebook to Meta? Why? Well, I can remember because it was 3 years ago. Facebook changed its name from Facebook to Meta because Mark Zuckerberg said gaming is the future. We want to be the metaverse. Virtual reality is everything. What is the news you're hearing about virtual reality now? What is the news that is coming out of Meta about virtual reality? Is that where they're investing money? Be honest, is that where they're investing money? No, what you've heard is that over the last 3 years, Meta has spent at a cost, potentially a loss of $50 billion on VR. That's the truth. Every tech company, every investor is going after AI. So at one time, 3 to 5, 6 years ago, gaming was the new kid on the block. Google was jumping into gaming. Amazon was all up into gaming. Nvidia was all increasing their investment in gaming. You don't see that now. So when everybody's like, there's so many games to play, yes, there's so many games because yesteryear, there was a lot of money there. There's not a lot of money there. That's what I'm saying. VR is amazing. Iconic video games. What's going on? I'm all in on the metaverse. Hey, hopefully we got some people who love metaverse. I'm saying, just like PlayStation pulled back from that thing, just like Microsoft just sold their Halo Lens to Android systems, Facebook is now telling you this is the year that we have to go big with our thing, or else there's changes. Once you get past those three, where's VR going? It's impossible for things to grow continually. Gaming is hitting is terminal velocity. Terminal velocity. Isn't that a movie? Terminal velocity. I want to say that's a movie, no? There's only so many gamers and they can't support all games. Some will have to close. Crow, I'm not doubting that. But that's a correction. Right? That's literally a correction. And that's going to have consequences. Yes, when you have if you have an oversupply, I guess this is where Rudix was going with supply and demand. If you have an oversupply, what happens? That doesn't mean it's not going to get ugly. That doesn't mean that there's going to be a lot of losses. That does mean that though the ones that are winning right now, good luck. You're going to have that list of top 20 games that continue to make a profit. EA, 2K, Fortnite, Minecraft, Roblox, FIFA, like 80% of that list is the same game, just kind of switched up a little bit with maybe a game mode and maybe slightly better graphics. And maybe you're now paying for sound. You're now paying for add-ons to the game. Yeah, you're not going to convince me that that's the best of gaming. You're just not. Better name to market hardware products. The name Facebook tool away from hardware and marketability. Previous hardware endeavor under the Facebook label failed. Example can okay, but sure. Like I'm not doubting the name and the brand and everything else. What I am saying though is that they're going to stop investing. So if they're going to stop investing, what you think everybody else is going to keep investing? No. And so when you stop doing that, what do you think they're going to invest in? I'm not saying it's dumb. I'm not saying it's evil. I'm just saying like that's the reality of it. What is Purple Haze bad takes tonight? Takes, bad takes. Maybe I should call it that. I don't call it a correction. It's reality. The market is oversaturated compared to who are buying games. I think that's a correction. No. What's the difference? What's the difference about what's going to happen? And as you mentioned with the economy, that's going to get worse. Crow, I think we're in the same agreement on this. Decoy, Decoy, what's going on? Hey, Rabolica. Oh, Rabolica, I have a competition I think you might like. I was like, I think Rabolica would like this. But yeah, I don't know if like I'm not. I don't know what I'm saying that's wrong. Like I'm just saying it's gonna change. Like if you notice, all the games I just said that are gonna be doing well. Also, The Sims is gonna have competition from China. I meant to put that in here for Rabolica too. Uh, those aren't games I play. You know, you see why it matters to me? Everything I just mentioned, those aren't games I play. So maybe I'm selfish? Maybe a little bit. Agree to agree, Purple. How's your orc killing going? Are you doom grifting again? No, Decoy. I'm talking about business. Talking about business, Decoy. Talking about, I actually have been doing so much research on Canada recently. Supposedly, y'all may like we're going to change the border. That's the newest news on Canada. I know we have some Canadians in the chat, but that's the news I heard. The border is going to get changed. It's really crazy because you're like, who agreed on it makes you start to question like who agreed on the borders to begin with? And then you wonder like what were the disagreements when the borders were agreed on? So like I can understand borders like with rivers, then there's borders with straight lines, but it makes you think of like some of the borders you're like why is that even a border? And so the Canadian one comes to mind. Like I guess there's some lakes there and I guess maybe there's some parallel there, but it makes you really question like what who made that the border? Calm down, for what? Are we doing the competition? We are, Jeff. I'm a little bit of businessman myself. I know you are. Don't know about other fandoms, but so many people in the Sims community has so many people who recommend pirating or buying from the gray market. What? Even in the Sims community? That's even more problematic. Because at least the Sims, I was like, yo, y'all are like a dedicated fan base. Our dedicated fan base. But with that, I want to show, we're going to do this, y'all. I'm going to post this in Shades of Pro. Jeff Janak actually, again, shout out to Jeff, brought me into this. So we're going to do this one, y'all. We're going to be able, so y'all know I am a Wired Productions ambassador. I'm a Wired Productions ambassador. And they have sent this out. So they have a game called Hotel Architect. You can download the demo now on Steam. And it's about just building. It's a building sim. And they're going, if we post the sim, you know, we have this chance to win this little hotel figurine right here. Most likely, I will be giving away some copies of the game when this does go live. So for everybody who's like that building sim type, so I think Ambi has been playing some restaurant game with frogs. I don't know what it's called. I know he's been building. I know Rabolica's been building. Uh, you know, if you are into building things, I am going to be posting this in the Shades of Purple Discord. You can obviously go to Wire Productions and get a copy of this. I am going to be building a hotel just, you know, to support. I think it's kind of cool what Wire Productions does. And we're going to be doing that. Well, yeah, I'm Canadian, but I still don't think Canada can survive a trade war with the US. Severin, are you from Georgia or are you Canadian? You got to pick a side, man. I can't. It's crazy. Oh, looks like yeah. It's That's the thing. So, yeah, we're gonna be doing that. That's the thing. That's what we're gonna do. That's the competition. That's the competition. So I'm gonna be putting more details in the Discord. We have 1 week, so you have 1 week to download, and I will be putting updates. I'll be posting mine, and we may even do, like, a mini competition. So, like, I don't know how many of y'all build things like that, but, probably doing, like, a purple haze gift, you know what I mean? Something along the lines there. And then who knows? I think we have a good chance of winning the competition because from the other wire production creators, it didn't seem like a lot of them were jumping on the bandwagon, like the the wagon to go build some hotels. So wait, what's the competition? To build a hotel, Decoy. To build the hotel. Wire production slash ad. How's that a wire productions ad? Well, Jeff, you've missed your hashtag ad a couple of times, so you gotta give me a pass on that one. The restaurant buildings oh, yeah, Abby's talking about that. I've been playing Oxygen not included all week. Oxygen not included. Oh my goodness. Canada's going to be just fine, and USA will be too when you become the 4th territory of Canada. Canada has 3 territories? What's a territory? You want a new platformer to play? Well, just because we are doing the 4 games in March that are being released that were in my top 20, we have another game. I'm not sure if it's a platformer though, uh, but we do have another game. So this one is coming in hot. This one is actually getting released next week. So you people who like to play with co-op and play with other people, look for this one next week. All right, here we go. Let's see if you can guess it.
Look, I don't mean to be rude, but I really don't do small talk. Nice to meet you, too. So you want to go through more of your crazy stories? My crazy stories?
But how are we supposed to get out of here if we don't start to trust each other?
I don't need your trust.
Well, I kind of need yours.
2, 1,
I took inspiration for this story from when me and my sister were younger.
Look at all of this. It's amazing. I base the story around my dad. All I can do is write this silly story.
Oh,
We'll face it together. We got this.
yeah. Follow my lead.
Are you for real, Zoe?
I wrote it when I was a kid.
What sort of devil child were you?
Hands above your heads.
What now?
Ah! I did not sign up for this! Brace yourself, Zoe!
Yes, so that is Split Fiction, not to be confused with Split Gate. Decoy, you don't know how many times I've seen your video today trying to find this thing because I keep putting uh Split Gate because you're streaming that right now. And so it's split and it's not faction because there's another game coming out with the word faction in it. It's Split Fiction. I that I've spent a lot. There's a lot of games coming out with the word split and a lot of games coming out with the word faction, but this is fiction with split. But it looks super cool. If you played It Takes Two, this is going to have the same mechanic where only one person needs to buy the game. It's going to be co-op. It's the only way to get through it. It's a story like It Takes Two. Also, what's the one with the prisoners and the prison break? I forget. It's similar. Same studio makes it. This one's going to be jumping across time though. Like one's futuristic, one's like fantasy. Looks like it's a story, two sisters. Probably, let me guess, they were fighting and now they have to make up and be best friends. I don't know. Sounds like it. But I seem to have some interesting gameplay in it. And I'm really interested to see where they go with this one. And the kind of the story and the storytelling. I think Hazellight Studios does a really good job with their story telling. And did I say Hazel Light? Is it Hazel Light? It may not be Hazelight. It's Haze something. It's Haze something Studios. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And so David Wilson, you're looking forward to it? You enjoyed it? Go to play it? That would be cool. Meg played the trailer on her stream today too. That's because great brains think alike. Meg and I kill orcs the same way. We play the same games, and we stream the same trailers. Great brains think alike. It hates my province. I get it. You have Quebec and I've been to Quebec City. I used to go there long like 20 years ago. I used to go to Quebec City a lot. I heard great things about It Takes Two, so this game definitely seems like it could be cool. You didn't play It Takes Two? I would have thought you played It Takes Two. It's so weird, Decoy. Like there's some games like you're like all over, and then other games you're like, I never did that one. So interesting. That Prison Break game with two people. Yeah, I played that one. A Way Out. Oh, I thought it was Prison Break. Is there a game called Prison Break? No, that's a TV show. There's a TV show called Prison Break, right? Purple saying what I'm typing as I type. Haze Light. Hey, Lynn's a truth. What's going on, Lynn's? Oh my god. I was catching your stuff, Lynn's. The other day. Yo, shout out to Lynn's of Truth, just killing it over there on his channel. Please go check out his stuff. He's an artist. Decoy's an artist too, but he's never showed us any of his art. So right now, Lynn's wins. I don't think artists actually compete like that, but we make everything a competition here. If you're not first, you're last. No, I'm joking, but I'm not. But yeah, so shout out to Lynn's. What's going on, Lynn's? How's it going? I love Quebec. Yeah, I just went to Quebec City. I don't know anything. I've been to Montreal and Quebec City. That's it. That's all I know. And that was like 25 years ago. True story. I never lose in the Montreal casino. Never have lost there. True story. Kubini, what's going on? I've been sick for 3 days, high fever, but I never miss you. Kubini, hopefully you feel better, man. Hopefully you feel better, Kubini. Thank you for dropping by, man. Always support, but I know how it feels to be sick. So get some fluids, get some rest. I know you're out there on the road. So definitely correct. Prison Break is a TV show. What was it, the other one? Terminal velocity? When Crow threw out that word, terminal velocity. It's a physics word. It's something like, what is the terminal velocity? I'm thinking of like a random physics question now. But yeah, I can't show my art. It's not on YouTube. It's not YouTube. Are you one of those people who do hentai, Decoy? It seems like there are so many male YouTubers who do like hentai and like other like really, which by the way, if y'all don't know what hentai is, I found this out the other like a little while ago. It is anime porn. That's what it is. Like these guys, they draw anime porn, and there's different variations of it. So I feel like that's what Decoy does. Yeah. So, oh, they're voting. Hey, Wit. Thank you so much. Wit. Thank you so. Oh, Johnny Rogia was just in here too. Kubi. I was sick Monday, so I'm home. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Simpleton. Oh, we know so many of these people. Tim, Ellis, Rain, Muji, Phoenix. We know all these people. Good group. Wit. Yo, Wit, but we got to talk tomorrow, Wit. But thank you for that. But that is what's coming out. Split Fiction. So with that, I said I was going to talk about another game, another story, another thing making its rounds, right? So there's a couple of different stories here that I have. Again, y'all, Decoy, if you're there, hotel reception, go to the Decoy. If you go to my Discord later tonight, I'm going to have the details of this. We are going to have our own Shades of Purple contest, but we're also going to tag Wire Productions to let them see all of our hotel things, and with the chance of winning this little funny looking guy there. So we definitely want to get that out there for all you building sim people. This is the competition we're going to be entering. So just want to do that. I will probably do that towards the end of the show as well. So with the other thing, I just want to put this out there. There are leaks of the Assassin's Creed game. We are not going to cover the leaks. We're just going to cover the breaking story about the leaks. I'm not watching any of these like playthroughs. I think it's really crappy when people do stuff like this, where they show off games. They try to like say, "Oh, the game's not that great," or it just gets ahead. I really, really like. I don't like it. So I'm glad that YouTube and Twitch are stepping in. Uh, Obviously, there's going to be updates to the game. We know that Ubisoft has been rushing to try to really polish up this game, and I just want to enjoy it in the state that they want me to enjoy it in. I am that type of person. I am still going to play the game. I'm still going to buy it, and yeah, but I really, really think that's crappy when people leak the footage. Am I wrong? Never break rule 34. You don't even get your Discord linked. 34. What is that movie from? Rule where they're like rule whatever, whatever. I do have my Discord linked. Are you serious? I don't? I may not. Maybe we can get like I might not. Okay, I will get it. I will do it. I will do it. We will get you the Discord there, decoy. Ambi might have I don't know how to use it. I don't know how to use Discord. So I would send it to you, but I don't know how. Um I don't even know how to get there half the time, but we will get that to you. But yeah, Rule 34 is not a movie, but don't worry about it. The Sims 4 EP that's coming out next week leaked a few weeks ago, but it's unfinished version of the pack. Oh, that sucks. I hate that. I hate that. I hate that. I hate when people like go like why? Like, is it like something cool like people think is fun? I don't know. It's like someone going to steal your homework and saying like, "Hey, teacher, look, this is the homework." And then the teacher's like, "Oh, well, I got the homework. Now I'm gonna give you like a D because yeah, it's not what I wanted." It's like, yeah, I didn't turn it in. They stole my homework. It's like it's the opposite of the dog ate my homework. It's like literally like I had my homework and they stole my homework and turned it in. Like, I don't know. It just kind of bothers me a little bit. Thank you, Ambi. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yusa actually reached out and offered me a free copy of the game the other day. Look at that. Look at this. Look at this guy. Look at, no. Ubisoft, which is weird since they booted me from Ubisoft for reasons before X Defiant got shut down. Because you were hating on the game, Decoy. You killed X Defiant. Decoy was making like 5 videos a day about how he hated X Defiant, and that's why he died. Well, if it isn't purple, do you need me to drop so great knowledge? No, Cowboy. No, we're okay. We're okay. Thank you, though. But yeah, so we're not going to cover the leaks. I'm still looking forward to the game. It's still a Purple Haze top 10 in my book for this month coming out. And that's what we're going to do. And speaking of top 10 coming out, maybe we got a little ahead of it, but here's the next trailer. I know, maybe I should have done it the other way, but yeah, well, whatever.
How can we build a land of peace on the backs of 1,000 dead?
You'll have to kill them all. Do you understand?
Fight for what is right. For the freedom to seek justice.
Together, we will be unstoppable.
There you see it in 3 weeks launching Assassin's Creed Shadow, and I see mixed reactions in the chat. I know Severin has not been excited about it for a while. Rebolica, I hear you. There's definitely games I like to watch instead of play myself. Uh, y'all know Hellblade 2 was that for me. I did play it, but I found it more enjoyable to watch. Johnny Roadkill saying he truly hopes it succeeds. Yeah, I think we're on it. Uh, yeah, Decoy. Decoy's been doing some commentary on the whole thing. I think he's gonna Tim would watch again. Don't know if he's gonna buy it. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna buy it. I like Assassin's Creed. Let me let me say that again. I like the first 3 Assassin's Creed games I played, and then I played Valhalla, and I don't there are certain games that just burn you out of gaming. That was Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And so I'm interested in the story that they're gonna try to tell. I'm just I'm kind of curious. A lot of people really like what's the other one that a lot of people like that sets in Japan? Ghost of Tsushima. I did not find Ghost of Tsushima super exciting and fun. Um, and so I am gonna compare the two. Like if I don't like Assassin's Creed Shadow, I'm gonna let you know, just like I didn't like Ghost of Tsushima. And if I really like it, I'm gonna let you know that as well. But, yeah, that's coming out next. I There's so much on this game, so much from people who are supportive, for people who are dismissive and hate it, people who don't know anything about the controversies. Like, this has made it all the way up to, like like, uh also, like, politics is involved in this. It is really weird, to me. Um, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I like that they have a mode that if you are into the stories, like they kind of talked about it there, the immersion mode where you can like actually dig further into the narration of the game, as well as if you're not necessarily into that, you can like get quicker cutscenes and stuff. So I like features like that where they allow you to do both. But we'll see. Coming out in 3 weeks. So we got, if you be counting, we have one coming out next week that is Split Fiction. 3 weeks is The Berserker, right? Last or no, 3 weeks is Assassin's Creed Shadow. 4 weeks is Berserker. And in 2 weeks, no, I'm kidding. It doesn't line up like that. We don't. We just have another one that comes out in like in 3 weeks. I wish it lined it up like that, but we don't. We have it like that. Whoa, Decoy coming in with a shoo goes to Tsushima. Geek the sneak. Ayo, what's going on, Geek? It's so epic, but it's all about Monster Hunter Wilds and Split Fiction. Oh yeah, we do have Monster Hunter. Wait, did Monster Hunter Wilds already come out? Like, I'm confused. I thought y'all were playing Monster Hunter Wilds already. I like I ain't getting it, but I ain't praying on its downfall. I don't even like Ubisoft. Yeah, that's why that you killed X Defiant. We figured that out a long time ago. It's not the style of game that I play, but it looks gorgeous, and I know a lot about Japanese history and culture. Really, Rebolica? That's super cool. I didn't know that about you. We need to get Rebolica on the show, y'all. I'm gonna continue to say that every single time she says something where I'm like, gosh, I really want to learn more about her. You mean Ghost of Yoti? No, I probably won't get Ghost of Yoti because I didn't like Ghost of Tsushima. So, I don't know. I don't know. I didn't like it, but there's enough people who did. So I wish Ghost of Yotei, um, I wish it luck. People always say Ghost of Tsushima is better than Assassin's Creed Shadow, even without Assassin's Creed. I don't know why they can say that. I didn't like Ghost of Tsushima. I mean, I liked. There's a certain place where they had yellow leaves. I like that part of the game. Another place where they had some cherry blossoms. I like that part of the game. Like, I liked looking at the trees of Ghost of Tsushima. So, if that counts as me liking the game, then I liked looking at the trees. I liked riding my horse and going to different villages and forests looking at the trees of that game. I will go back into that game to look at the trees of the game and some parts of the water. Don't want to miss some of the lakes. But as far as the game, Eating out joy. Oh, Joe. I said joy. Joe, what's going on? No, it's tot 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 Sue? Ta? No. To sue? To say. To saw. I never play a Monster Hunter game. I've seen Squids. Squids is who I usually watch play these. Now Cowboy's been playing them as well, so I watch them too. I don't have a choice to not know Japanese history and culture. My mother and grandparents were disown me otherwise. Oh, look at that. Like they'll disown me. It sounds like you don't even want to know it. Tonight, already have a preloaded. So it's coming out tomorrow. It's coming out tomorrow. The game's coming out tomorrow. Just hunt down some big beasts and use their parts to get better weapons. Yeah, that's what they told me. It's not so fun, but they like it and it's co-op. I'm all for it. Everything I know about Japanese culture is through being a filthy weeb. What's a weeb? What's a weeb? Not 12 a.m. tomorrow, not today. Well, 12 a.m. is tomorrow. No? 11 p.m. for me tonight. It's tonight. You aren't on the East Coast then. Nope. No, Geeks from Houston. All right. So that's that. So that's that game. I do want to show something because what is old is new. And what is new is actually old with this next story. So I do want to talk about this really quick. Xbox Cloud Gaming will let you invite friends with just a link. You know, I would be super excited about this feature personally. I would be really, really excited about this. Like I want to be really excited about this. But some of y'all already know why I'm not so excited about this feature. I'll let you all one guess why I'm not excited. And hint, it has nothing to do with Microsoft. Oh, maybe in a way, but it doesn't. But yeah, let me put it up there one more time. Xbox Cloud Gaming will let you invite friends with just a link. There's just one problem. Some of you are like, Purple, you have no friends. Hush you. The others are like, Purple, you don't give invitations. Stop that. I reside in Geek with the peculiars there. But yeah, if your answer sounds anything like we had that with Stadia, then you got me. If you got me. We had this feature with Google Stadia 4 years, 5 years, 4 years ago, 5 years ago. Roster, thanks. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm happy xCloud has it. I'm not so thrilled with it because I still think it's like harder to use xCloud. I don't know. I feel like Stadia was easy. Like, you know, I had a like it's just easier. Did you see the Pokemon game? I heard someone told me about this. What Pokemon? What Pokemon game? What Pokemon? I want to go to the AI anime waifu cafes. Are you Decoy? I think you are the type who draws like hentai. Where I think about it. But yeah, that's the I don't know. I just feel like we had it 5 years like that feature too. That one we had like 4 or 5 years ago. And I don't know, when I saw it, I was just like, I guess welcome to the Club X Cloud. I don't know. Let me know if y'all would use this. I just felt like Stadia was so seamless when we did it. And now I feel and I know I can get it from my browser. And I know I can't get it from my phone, maybe. But it just seems like I don't know. It's always kind of hard. Let's go, Joe. Thank you, Joe, with the 20 bomb. Joe, let's go. Thank you so much. Thank you, Joe. Definitely appreciate it. Definitely appreciate it. Y'all go check out Joe. He has his game coming out soon enough. go wish list it. But yeah, that's my thing. That's my thing, xCloud. It's not bad. I have nothing bad to say. It's just, I don't know. It's kind of like I celebrated that win already. Maybe. Geek the Sneak. Let's go with 3 months. 3 months. Thank you so much, Geek. Geek, you need to come by and play more of our Orcs Must Die. We had that going on. Last week we had Cammy, Rabolica, myself, and Roster. So for all you all, who was that? Jack of all trades who are like, there's no women gamers. I'm like, yo, dude, I don't know what to tell you. I think I said that wrong, but you get my point. Hiku, oh, y'all are talking Japanese. So that's that. We got one more game to show y'all. This is actually the highest rated game I have coming out in March. This game is in the top 5. This is one of my top, actually I think it's number 6. But we're gonna round it up to top 5. This is one of my top 5 games coming out. We are going to be giving out copies of this game. I am really looking forward to this because I think this has potential to be talked about at the same level as A Martha is Dead. So y'all know I streamed that. And without further ado, here we are. My final game trailer for the night. Hope you enjoy it. I've been looking forward to this for over a year, and we are 3.5 weeks out. With that said, can you guess what it is?
Peggy 18.
The mind is a dangerous place. Years of guilt and repressed emotions, of regret and fear taking root in memories, twisted and distorted until the real becomes surreal. Years of war and strife have left a population with no direction, no purpose. Amidst the despair and the squalor, opportunists lurk in the shadows of the streets. Leviathan is a beacon. We cast light into the darkness, exposing the crimes of the past, solving the crimes of the present, and acting as a shield against those yet to come. We give people order. We bring hope. Whispers of our operations, of roam agents, night crawlers, reduced to rumor amongst a population that fears control, that doesn't know of the sacrifices we make. But this is the life we lead. To step into your memories, we confront your darkest thoughts, expose your hardest moments in life, and bring the truth from the shadow into the light. Now, are you sitting comfortably? Mother, begin Rome.
There you go, Karma. I guess we should do exclamation add Karma. That is the game from Wire Productions. I like a lot about it. It has like kind of this 1984 vibe to it. You know, it has some like social commentary to it. I mean, they've been doing so much with this game with the build up. So similar to Little Nightmares, where they released an entire podcast ahead of Little Nightmares 3. This game, they've like done a lot of backstory. So they've been leaking out just more information about it. I don't know. Joe talked about this before about building a community and a fandom. And I think I want to see this game do well. I want to see it succeed. I think they are doing everything they can on a low budget, but to build hype for it. And I'm going to do my part. I'm going to stream it, and we're going to give away a few copies of that. Not today. Eventually, though, we're going to give a few copies away of that game. And yeah, that's coming out also in March. It's been a year since I first heard about it. And yeah, I'm just super excited about it. So more to come with that one. 10 for 10 will watch again. That means he's not gonna play it, y'all. Kinda looks like a game I play on Steam, no BS. Does it? I like its look. Speaking of which, I need to go visit my grandparents in oh, you're talking Severin. Yeah, Severin's a Japanese person, definitely. Your camera is what the heck? What is going on, y'all? Let me see if I can do this. Let me see if I can do this. Something is happening here. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. Hold on. What's going on? Hold on. Let me know if that worked. Let me know if that fixed it. I don't know. Someone I got a text from one of y'all who has my number. Hey Chairman, what's going on? What's going on? So that is the 4 trailers that are coming out in March. Those are the stories. I think I did every story. The only story I did not do, and I don't think it's really a story. Fable delayed to doing could allow to release on at PS5 launch. Leaker suggests. I don't really want to get into the console war aspect of this, but I do want to talk about just the delay on that, just really quick. I don't think delays are uncommon in media. So not just gaming, but publishing, movies, music. You always see that. I think what is a little bit of a just a little bit of a concern for that is, yeah, I mean, the Microsoft has a lot of money, right? So seeing the delay is kind of questionable to me and what is going on there. And potentially, is there more distress than they're letting on? But other than that, I don't really have anything to say. I've never played Fable. I don't know what the I I don't have anything to say about it other than just kind of linking to my previous comment about um, just linking to my previous comment about the industry as a whole. But yeah, it's a little blurry. See, I keep getting this that it's a little blurry. I keep getting that. I'm gonna try to fix it for y'all. I don't know if I can fix it for y'all. That's the problem. But I'm going to try. I'm going to try. Give me a second. Give me a second. I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm just gonna try to do something uh magical. I'm gonna try to do something that you should not try at home. But we're gonna try it. An audio delay the whole time, but thought it was just me issue. I am sorry, y'all. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what happened here. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see something. Let me see something. I'm gonna try something. I haven't tried this on stream. Let's see if this works. Let's see if that works. I doubt it. I don't know if this will work. I doubt it. Ooh. Ooh. That's not gonna work. Ooh, that's not gonna work. None of that's gonna work. Okay. That didn't work. Nope, didn't work. I don't know. We're gonna have to deal with the broken camera for now. I was trying to switch it out. I was trying to switch out the camera. But I don't know what to tell y'all. It's not working. It's fuzzy like a bandwidth issue. Fuzzy like a bandwidth. I don't know if it could be. I'm trying to see why there would be a bandwidth issue. Let me see something. Let me see something. Fuzzy like a bandwidth issue. Oh, now I can't even get that. You're saying it's a bandwidth issue. Let me see. Let me check something. Fuzzy like a bandwidth issue. I'll try it. We're gonna try something. We're gonna try something. But those are the stories I had. Those are the stories I have. I think I'll let one of you all come in here for a little bit, and maybe that'll change it. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. Someone was telling me that there was some sound stuff earlier. Not my not my intention to. How do I invite y'all? Like I'm losing everything right now. I'm like, how do I do this? I don't know. Oh, y'all are talking Rosetta Stone. Duolingo vibes. If y'all want to come on, Decoy, come on. If you're there, Decoy, I want the chat to know who you are. Like I watch your stuff a lot, but I want Decoy if you're there. If you're there, come on on. So it tells me everything's good. Wait. Maybe there's something wrong. No, can't tell y'all what it is. I don't know. I don't know what the problem is. I've tried everything. Um I've tried to change the right Ambi. Thank you so much, Ambi. Thank you. I'm trying to troubleshoot. This isn't my interview. No, it's not your interview. But I just want people to know who you are. And then we'll do your actual interview at another date. No, you're not. Stop it. Stop it. This is this guy here. This guy here. Oh, but we do have someone here. Oh, do we have him? Do we have him? I had him. Joe, is that you? Wait, hold on. I'm getting is he having some there we go. Oh no, that's me. That's me. Hold on. I'm trying to get him on here, y'all. But he keeps going off. Maybe it's me? Joe, what's going on? Let me see if I can let's see if we can do something like this. There you go, Joe. Can you hear me? I can't hear Joe. Can y'all hear Joe? Let me see. Can you hear me? Hear me? Let's do it like that. Joe, you there? Joe came on. I don't see Joe, but says his camera's working. Connection issue on my end. All right, Joe. Well, if you want, I can pull you off. Maybe it's my end. I think. Yeah, I know. That's why I said maybe it's me. Maybe it's me. I don't know. Like I said, it kind of threw me off earlier today with like the YouTube video thing. So it could be me. I don't wanna say that's not you. But he's gonna have but can't see or hear Joe. Yeah, no, he's saying he's having an issue. Are y'all still getting blurry from me? Because I can't tell. I will say it's 720 on my side. I was not able to get the 1080p. I can maybe try to do something slightly different like this. See if I can switch my my inner. This is gonna be tricky. I don't know if I can do this.